And here we are, breaking news. This civil case that was brought by a client of attorney Tony Buzbee, very suspicious client of Tony Buzbee, has been
To
dismissed.
me, people should be looking at this guy's law license very, very carefully. He brings an allegation against jayZ and against Sean Combs, claiming that they ard, and I have to talk in code, ard a 13-year-old.
20 clients. Closest we get is this woman in the shadows on NBC, and her story has been debunked.
In New York some 25 years ago. And it sounded suspicious from day one. Uh, NBC did an interview in the shadows with the person. And of course, it all went downhill from there. And today, February 14, 2025, the case is dismissed. And of course, the case is dismissed because it sounded crazy from the beginning. And there's nothing there. And the idea that we were sitting here for 25 years and had never heard this story before was all very suspicious, right? All very suspicious. And this is jayZ's statement: "Today is a victory. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. The civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. The 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe. And when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims, of course, with the same ethical responsibility. The court must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally." Sean Carter. So that right there is the work of Tony Buzbee. And Tony Buzbee needs to be looked into. This keeps happening. Uh, as I have talked about before, all of a sudden, all the black male billionaires became sex criminals in the last 3 years. I mean, that makes any sense whatsoever. And what they're doing is, the minute that they put that allegation out, actually, what they were doing with Sean Carter was, in the background, they had a demand letter going. They were trying to get him to settle for money before this became public. They were trying to pressure him, and then they pulled the trigger. They throw the civil suit out there, no merit, no proof, no nothing, probably thinking he still was going to settle, because it would be nothing for a billionaire to give these people $1 million to go away. He didn't do that. He and his attorney fought, and they won. And this thing sounded suspicious from the beginning. NBC did an investigation, and it sounded even more suspicious when there was some detail on it. But I just want to remind everybody, at the beginning of this story, when it blew up, it went around the world. It went around the world that he ard a 13-year-old. I mean, could not have been a pleasant experience. And once again, for somebody who's a billionaire, he could fight against this, and he did fight against it. But for an average, ordinary person, this would have been probably the end of their life as they knew it, and certainly the end of their reputation. But jayZ really fought it out, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He has filed a suit against attorney Tony Buzbee. I don't see anything in this that says that is dismissed. All you would have to do is sue somebody, hope they settle, and that attorney is getting 30 or 40% of the, maybe even 50% for all we know. We don't really know how much the attorney is getting, but he's getting a percentage of the settlement money. When you do that against a billionaire on these cases that may involve multi-millions of dollars, it's a lot of money involved. This is Lauren Burke, and I'll be back very soon.